I want you to give yourself permission to stop people pleasing. The thing with people pleasing is that we spend so much time making other people feel comfortable that we forget who we are. We forget about our needs. We lose touch, really, even with who we are. I talk to so many people who have been stuck in a cycle of people pleasing that they don't know what they truly enjoy because everything that they've done in their whole life has been about making other people happy. And so then they're like, oh, okay, well, making other people happy does not actually make me happy. And it might for a short period of time, right? As a kid, it might feel good to make mom and dad feel happy. But then we get caught in this cycle at the beginning of a relationship with somebody. It might feel good to be a people pleaser and to make everybody else feel happy. But then we get to a point where it stops feeling good for us and we start feeling neglected because we're neglecting ourselves in the process. We are not, we're looking out for everybody else, but who's looking out for us? And so I would really hate for you to get to the end of your life and realize that you don't even know who you are, or to realize that you have spent so much time giving to everybody else, putting everybody else first, making everybody else feel comfortable and safe, that you never got to experience those things. That you're so full of resentment and anger because you have been so depleted for so long that you never got to feel more than just tiny glimpses of gratitude or joy or inner peace. The desire to people please is rooted in a belief that we are not lovable in and of ourselves. And if you continue, this cycle kind of becomes a double-edged sword and a self-fulfilling prophecy. If I believe that the only way for people to love me is to do everything for them, to make them feel comfortable, then they never get to experience the authentic me. So I never even give them a chance to show me if they would actually love me unconditionally if I was fully myself or not. I never give them the opportunity to love who I am because I never show them who I am. And so it's easy to then become resentful of them, like, oh, well, you don't love me for who I am, but also you haven't given them that opportunity to. If you don't know who you really are, how are they going to know who you really are? And then, yes, there are going to be people who don't like the real you. And that's okay. But when we hold on to the old, we don't have room for new to come in, right? We're in springtime. I'm from Canada, so, there's still little bits of snow coming and cold weather up there a little bit. But if I held on to my winter wardrobe, I'd have no room to fill it with spring clothes or summer clothes. If I held on to all my maternity clothes, then I wouldn't have room for my postpartum life, or my postpartum clothes. So we have to be willing to let go, and letting go of what no longer serves us. What no longer serves us is one of the biggest challenges for human beings who are stuck in a cycle of stress addiction and survival mode, because we have to then trust that something will fill its place. And if you were willing to look back on your life and look at all the times you let go of something, you would see that something came in to fill the space. Otherwise, people wouldn't have to declutter their homes every single year, right? Or every time they move. Something will always come in to fill the space. Nature abhors a vacuum, but we have to create the space first. We can't wait until there's a waiting line to clear space. We have to make it now. So this week, give yourself permission. Check in with yourself. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this activity? Why am I dressing this way? Why am I, doing certain things in my life? And if you're doing it for somebody else, so that somebody else likes you, so that they don't judge you, so that somebody else doesn't complain, if you're doing it for somebody else, then you're not doing it for you. Now, maybe you want to do it for you, but in that moment, it's driven by somebody else, and that will end up depleting you faster. So either come back and reframe it that I'm doing this for me, and here's what I'm going to get out of this, other than somebody loving me. Like, what internal things is that activity going to give you? And if it's not going to give you anything internal, then consider if it's really worth your time and effort and energy in that moment. And that's how we can start breaking this cycle of burnout and resentment and anger, self-judgment, self-criticism, self-loathing. Give yourself a chance to see who you are so that you can love yourself. And that's what's going to make others love you as well.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Cycle Breakers. This channel is dedicated to giving you the tools that you need to clear out the blocks holding you back so you can live the life that you desire. Now, before you go, as our special gift to you, we have our 7-day nervous system reset. These are the exact exercises that I give all of our clients in every single one of our programs to help them regulate their nervous system, to make that inner work and clearing out those mental blocks so much easier. The best part, it's absolutely free. Just click on the link in the description below and you'll get instant access.